This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Orff. Well, here it is, the last week of May, going into June. June should be called Fox Month. Yeah. Foxes are more visible in June than ever, and who else? Our coyotes. Our coyotes are way more visible in June, and why? Because the young were born in April, so it's been almost 2 months, mid-May to into June, and the mothers are beginning to wean their pups. So mom and dad need to find food 24/7 for those youngsters back at the den who are hungry and want a real meal of some meat. So they got to get out there and find a squirrel or some mice or a woodchuck. They have got to get out and hunt for food for their young back at the den 24/7. So, when I worked at Fishing Game for 3 decades, the number one call in June was foxes or coyotes. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a fox in my backyard. It's rabbit. Fishing Game, you got to come get the rabbit fox. No, it's mother fox trying to find food for her little babies back at the den. Yeah. So lots of animals will be visible over the next several weeks because they're hunting 24/7, trying to find food for their young. Which leads me to another story. Young. They will be more visible. They'll be leaving the den site. They'll be wandering, getting out, and doing all the things that we did as youngsters too. They make mistakes. They get to places that they don't belong, and they'll get away and be more visible, and everybody thinks, there's an abandoned baby. I got to go pick it up and help it. Absolutely not. 99.9% of the babies are not abandoned. Their mother is just out and father are just out finding food, and they just aren't right then. So do not pick up any wildlife, any birds, any deer, anything. Leave them alone. Yes, if you see, a mother or something hit by a car and the babies are nearby, the first thing you do is go to the Fishing Game website and look up for the wildlife rehabilitators. There's more than a dozen. I think close to 2 dozen. None of them are being paid by the state, but they have to have a veterinarian and they have to have experience, and they know what to do with these baby animals if they indeed are abandoned. 99% of the time they are not, so you don't want to pick them up. You want to leave them alone and get some advice from a wildlife rehabilitator before you touch anything. Do not pick them up. So yes, June is Fox Month. Yeah, lucky us, we get to see way more animals in June because they're out and about and more visible because they have to be. So let's watch them from a distance, enjoy them, leave them alone, don't pick up any babies. That's what we do in the month of June. We enjoy our wildlife from a distance. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff for What's Wild in New Hampshire.